Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. It's episode 407. I trust you're having a good day so far. Hope so. And thank you for making Tech It Out a small part of it. If you do like this show, whether you're tuning in on your favorite local talk radio station or perhaps in podcast form, be sure to reach out on social media to say hi. Love hearing from listeners. It's Mark Saltzman, Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. And you can find me on all the big platforms. All right, so what's on tap for today? Well, we've got 3 different topics for you. We're going to start off with a look at some back-to-school gadget ideas for the student in your home. No interview for that one. In about a minute or so, I'll share a half dozen suggestions from touchscreen laptops to a color e-reader to an AI-powered smartphone that can record the teacher or professor and not just transcribe the words into text for your studying, but summarize what they're saying. Wild. Also on the show today, and speaking of kids, we're going to learn about Yoto. That's Y-O-T-O. It's screen-free entertainment and education. Parents will love this as much as kids, perhaps. And finally, Sandisk will join us to chat about a new pinky-sized gadget for your iPhone or Android that backs up all your photos and videos so you won't run out of room on your smartphone and you won't have to pay for a cloud storage subscription. All of this and more on a brand new Tech It Out, powered by Visa, which I'll tell you more about shortly. But let's officially kick off the show with our first interview. As I mentioned earlier in this show, I had a lot of fun last week kicking off the back to school season where I went on a number of TV stations and will continue to do so over the next 2 weeks, sharing a few tech ideas for students of all ages and all budgets as well. I've got about a half dozen suggestions for you. Some of this gear is ideal for doing the work itself. Others could be more for fun after school or kids going away to school in a dorm room to help unwind after a long day of studying. And so without further ado, I wanted to go through these with you. For pricing, by the way, I'll plug websites for all of them, but because there are some back to school sales and pricing that can vary based on where you're hearing this in the country, it's best to just go to the website. I don't want to mislead anyone, but got lots of great ideas, whether you're the student yourself or a parent or grandparent of one. And so here we go. First things first, AI is not just a buzzword. This is an incredibly important tool, I'd argue, for students, regardless of their age. I would say certainly in middle school and up, and regardless of the subject, AI can help across the board in several ways. And that includes Google Gemini, which is built into devices like the Pixel 9 smartphone, a really premium Android device that has all the bells and whistles. Included with the purchase of Pixel 9, students can try Gemini 2.5 Pro for 6 months for free. That's Google's most advanced AI model. So what can it do for students? It's ideal for homework help, exam prep, and helping to write essays and book reports and presentations. In fact, Gemini Pro can transform class notes into quizzes. It can summarize content for you and even turn them into podcast-style audio overviews. It's so cool. It truly is an indispensable pocket-sized companion for students. And of course, on top of all that, it's got amazing cameras, a ton of power to play games on. You can study with others over video very easily with multiple people on the call at the same time. It's your navigation device. Your friends are meeting after school at, a cafe or an escape room or something fun and you need directions. It's all there. All right, so the website is store.google.com for more on Pixel 9 and Gemini 2.5 Pro. Speaking of AI, that is powering many of today's laptops as well, and certainly something that a student can benefit from. The Asus ZenBook S14 is a sleek Copilot Plus AI PC. Copilot Plus is just a button press where you can summon some real help with whatever the student is doing. The laptop is powerful and reliable and also lightweight. It's only 1.1 centimeters thin, so it slips into your backpack. Can't even really feel that it's there. Yet it's super durable with its material called Ceraluminum, which combines ceramics with aerospace-grade aluminum. The screen is stunning. It's a 3K OLED screen with 120 hertz refresh rate. So whether you're scrolling through websites or other text or playing games, it's silky smooth. And under the hood, it's got a super efficient Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processor that helps with the battery life considerably. The Asus ZenBook S14 lasts up to 27 hours between charges. So students can leave that charger at home or in a dorm room and just bring the laptop to class, to the library, to a friend's place, what have you. Asus.com has more. And speaking of PCs, it is a great time of the year if you're looking for sales on gaming PCs. So not just for your 9 to 5 school life, but for your 5 to 9 downtime as well. That laptop is great for both productivity and fun. From August 25th through September 7th, you can snag serious savings on Intel-powered laptops, desktops, and accessories, as well as bundles where you may get a free premium game with the purchase of a PC as well. So definitely look for that Intel sticker. Again, I'd recommend a Core 7 or 9 Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processor. The best website to learn more is game.intel.com/gamerdays. That's game.intel.com/gamerdays. If you're just joining us now, I'm talking about recommended gear for students. Let's talk about some things for kids. Kindle has expanded its e-reader lineup with its first ever Kindle Colorsoft Kids. So along with the ability to read ebooks and comics and graphic novels in color, students can also use their finger to highlight passages in a textbook, like a virtual yellow marker, like we used to do for real in a textbook. But now you're not ruining the book, it's done digitally. And when you return to that page in that textbook, the yellow highlights are still there. It's so smart, but you can delete them at any time. Colorsoft Kids includes a fun protective cover, 12 months of the Amazon Kids Plus service, which has a ton of free content to read, and a 2-year guarantee. There's also a parent dashboard, so moms or dads can see what their kids are reading and for how long, and there are tools for the students themselves to help with tough words. Love that. Amazon.com has more. Also for kids, the Instax Mini Link 3 smartphone printer. This is a handheld wireless printer that instantly produces high-quality, water-resistant photos on real film, which is sold separately, usually in a 10-pack. Once kids create these tangible memories with their friends in, say, a hallway or after school, or they want to take pics of their family or pets, they can place these 2 by 3.5-inch photos in a locker, in a binder, a bedroom mirror, or give them out to friends. Battery life tops 100 prints per charge, and I love that through the Instax app, you can also add fun filters and special effects, emojis or text, and even buy film with designs on them like sprinkles. Love that. Again, that's the Instax Mini Link 3 smartphone printer. Instax.com has more. One more recommendation for little ones before we end off on something for parents. Hey, why not? The JBL Junior 320 wireless on-ear kids headphones are awesome. Staples, in fact, has kicked off its school season, both in store and online, from AI-powered tools to get work done to personal tech for students to flex their style. And so those JBL Junior 320s are amazing. They're Bluetooth on-ear headphones that are very affordable, but they sound great. They have lots of colors to choose from, up to 50 hours of battery life, and it includes parental controls with customizable volume and playtime settings. So you can control how loud your kids are listening to their music and for how long. There's also a less expensive wired version of these headphones. Staples.com has more. And finally, something for dorm rooms, or as I mentioned, something for moms and dads. Once the kids start going back to school, why not treat yourself to a new television? The prices are amazing for incredible quality. For families looking to upgrade their TV this fall, Hisense has a television that reviewers are gushing about, and it's now on sale. It's the U88QG AI TV. So this is a TV that features mini LED Pro and quantum dot technology for high brightness and color, respectively. They come in sizes from 55 inches all the way up to 100 inches, budget and wall size permitting. It's a 4K TV, of course, but also a Google-powered smart TV, so you can download apps, stream movies from both free and subscription services, and use your voice to ask what to watch, or use your TV like a smart speaker for homework help or to control smart home devices from the TV itself. The Hisense U88QG AI TV is also great for gamers, as it has a 165 hertz refresh rate for those fast action games and FreeSync Premium Pro technology as well. Hisense.com has more. Well, there you have it, some great tech ideas just in time for back to school season. Before we continue on with this show, we cover cybersecurity a lot on this program. One part of the solution is securely shopping online. And so I'm thrilled about my partnership with Visa on Tech It Out, as they've made some significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years, as much as $10 billion, to support Visa's brand promise to protect the financial information of individuals and businesses. Zero liability means peace of mind when you shop online using your Visa card, which is why the company takes an aggressive and multi-layered approach to combating the rising threat of malicious software and other threats by well-funded and global criminal enterprises. Read more about Visa and how securing the world's payments is priority one at visa.com/security. More Tech It Out right after this. Stay with us.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Even though I do call myself a tech evangelist, as I like to preach about the benefits of technology, I'm the first to admit that many kids are too addicted to screens. And it can start at a young age. Just go to your favorite local family restaurant and see how many iPads serving as babysitters at the table. Well, in case you haven't heard about it yet, we're going to now learn about Yoto Player, a screen-free device for kids and tweens that can deliver entertainment experiences like audio-based stories, music, podcasts, and sleep sounds. To tell us all about Yoto Player is Sarah Natchez. She's Managing Director for North America at Yoto. Welcome to the show, Sarah. Good to chat with you.
Thanks, Mark. Great to be here.
Why don't we jump right in? At a high level, what is Yoto Player all about? And for our listeners, it's YOTO.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Yoto is a screen-free audio platform made just for kids. So we have two players. We have the Yoto Player, which is used in your home, and Yoto Mini, which is on the go, a portable version. And kids use physical cards to access content independently. So we have over 1,300 cards for all ages and interests. And there is no screens, no ads, no microphones. And we have a ton of built-in features like nightlight for a Yoto Player. We have timers, clock, okay to wake clock, and an amazing amount of free content as well.
1,300 cards. I was very happy when your comms folks sent me one to review, along with, among other cards, a Bob Marley card. Never too early to introduce kids to Bob Marley is my motto. With that in mind, what ages would you say this is for?
The incredible thing about Yoto is that it really grows with your child. So we have content for ages 0 to 12 plus. We have content for little ones like nursery rhymes, sleep sounds, white noise. And as kids get older, again, we really grow. So everything from the classics to top brands to full chapter books, music, educational cards, podcasts, and a lot more.
All right. So this is screen-free content. And why do you think that's a good idea? Would you agree with me that there's a screen addiction issue?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 6-year-old myself. He comes home some days and celebrates being awarded with iPad time. So I totally get it. They're just so prevalent, especially in the post-pandemic era. And, I really believe that screen-free content gives kids the freedom to explore and learn and play without the distractions or downsides of screens. And, kids are constantly surrounded by screens, right? And Yoto really offers a healthier alternative that also still feels really fun and engaging. So they're still using technology with Yoto, but this time kids are in control and parents have peace of mind. And to elaborate on that, Mark, the benefits of audio include so many different things, right? Building literacy, comprehension, emotional regulation, and really stimulating imagination. So with screens, they can just watch something happen, but with audio, they're really visualizing it themselves, which makes a difference.
100%. One of my hobbies, I know a lot of my listeners know this, is that I'm a fan of these old radio plays. Even though I'm a techie and a futurist, I love this medium where there were full plays on the radio before TV became the dominant entertainment medium in the home, largely in the 40s and 50s, where it's a full cast of characters. I'm not referring to like an audiobook, which is narrated by one person. These are full plays with sound effects, or Foley, I believe it's called. In your brain, you imagine what that scene is. They call it theater of the mind, right? This medium. So I love what Yoto is doing with its stories. And I know there's music and other content as well. So you can play the content on either of the two players. And then also, we've been focusing on the whole screen-free thing, but it would be remiss not to at least mention parents on a smartphone can also play content even if the card isn't there. Like if you're on a road trip and you want to keep the kids entertained in the back seat. Can you talk to us a bit about the app?
Yeah, absolutely. So Yoto cards are compatible across both players, and the app keeps adults quietly in control. So both players use physical cards, but once the cards are downloaded onto the player, they're immediately available in app. So parents can browse content and stream cards on their phone, and the app really helps families customize their Yoto experience. So adults can control the child's nightlight color on the player, set limits, and overall keep control of their child's player behind the scenes.
We are chatting with Sarah Natchez, Managing Director for North America at Yoto. That's YOTO, the company behind the very popular Yoto Player. My daughter Maya incidentally showed me this on TikTok before I was contacted coincidentally by your communications team to see if I wanted to review it. And so I know it's blowing up. Congratulations. And 1,300 cards. That's crazy. Can you buy content digitally on a phone? Let's say mom or dad, they want to buy something through the app, or do they need to go to a physical store, like a retail store, or buy a card physically online to be delivered in order to unlock that content?
We're just starting the functionality where you can make your own cards via the app, and that will be increasing over time. We have our full range of content on our website. You can buy our players and content on Amazon. In the US, you can buy them at all Target stores nationwide. You can buy them on indie bookstores, toy stores, gift shops throughout the country.
All right. So with more than 1,300 cards, there's obviously a lot of licenses here between Yoto and those who own the rights to the music and TV shows and other brands. So when we return on Tech It Out, we're going to get some examples of some of Yoto's most popular content for kids. And so we're going to learn more about Yoto Player when we return. Again, that's YOTO, screen-free entertainment for kids, which I know a lot of parents have been looking for instead of just putting an iPad on their lap. So we'll continue with Yoto. You're listening to Tech It Out. I'm your host, Mark Saltzman.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. We're learning all about Yoto Player. That's YOTO, a screen-free kids audio player that comes in a few different flavors. And it's an app as well. We're chatting with Sarah Natchez. She's Managing Director at Yoto North America. All right, so with over 1,300 cards and clearly a lot of licenses that Yoto has inked, tell us about some of the more popular cards or some of the newest cards that kids can get. Kids and kids at heart can enjoy.
Yeah. Well, we are releasing content every few weeks. So there's constantly content in the pipeline, and we really try to meet families where they are. So we have the top brands like Disney, Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol, Harry Potter.
I've heard of some of those small brands.
And, best-selling stories. So everything from Kids Bop, the good old classics like Very Hungry Caterpillar, Winnie the Pooh, and full chapter books like Roald Dahl books, Chronicles of Narnia, you name it. But then we also have, and I can keep going, music favorites like Wicked, even like you mentioned earlier about Bob Marley. We have family favorites like the Beatles, ABBA, Elton John. And then it goes beyond that we have over 200 French and Spanish language cards, plus an incredible amount of educational content spanning nearly every subject. Mm-hmm. And one of my son's personal favorites, interactive cards. So there are quizzes, puzzles, and games. His favorite right now happens to be Dungeons and Dragons Forge Your Quest, where you interact with the player by pressing the right-hand button, and you can choose whether you want to go forward with a sword or a shield, and there are over 20 different endings.
Oh, I love that. Little choose your own adventure audio style.
Exactly.
I remember seeing a press release about that. That's really, really cool. Can I ask you, Sarah, approximately how long are these, or the average length of these cards, just in case parents or grandparents listening are curious?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no exact average. A lot of our content is licensed content, so it depends on what the content is. Anything from, shorter cards for younger ages can be 30 minutes, but then we have the full Harry Potter books, which are, dozens and dozens out of hours of listening. So It definitely depends on the content itself. And then on our player, we have 24-hour radio, 24-hour sleep radio. That's all built in.
Speaking of which, I don't want to put our listeners to sleep, but I'm going to play this clip from a Yoto video on YouTube that showcases the sleep sounds for little ones and a little light built in and all that, which I think is great. So have a listen.
Yoto Player has a day and night setting, a handy way of letting the kids know when it's time for bed and when to get up. You can listen to Yoto Sleep Radio, along with other sleep sounds, through the app.
Okay, I want one, and I'm 55 years old.
You can also turn your Yoto Player into a nightlight and change the color in the app. Very clever. And off they go, just like magic.
Okay, that's all kinds of awesome. And then, Sarah, I know you were going to tell us a little bit about creating your own content as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We have make your own content. So every player comes with a make your own card, and you can also buy make your own cards regularly, which unlocks a whole other arm of Yoto in that you can make old school playlists. My 80-plus-year-old mom records reading stories for my son and sends them to me and put them on a card, and he can listen to bedtime stories with her and more. So we really have it all.
So I haven't tried the create your own card, nor have I heard the 24-hour content yet, but I did connect my iPhone to my car, and I saw that Yoto showed up in the CarPlay, Apple CarPlay on the dashboard. So I love that you can play content. Mom or dad can play content for the kids right from a touchscreen dashboard safely on a road trip, maybe this summer or what have you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Yoto app is compatible with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for really seamless on-the-go listening. So not just with Yoto Mini, but once a card is unlocked, meaning once it's been played on the physical player, at least once, it's automatically added to the digital library. And from there, it can be streamed via CarPlay or Android Auto. And the display shows a simple list of your child's cards and recently played content. So there are simple playback controls.
And finally, how much does Yoto Player and the Mini Player cost, and at what price do the cards start at?
Yoto Mini retails for $69.99 and Yoto Player retails for $99.99. And the cost for the Yoto cards start at $4.99 and go up from there anywhere from $4.99 up to $14.99, depending on the content and duration. And then we have value packs where you can get 5 cards, 6 cards, 8 cards, and more for value bundles.
And then finally, the best website.
Absolutely. You can visit us on yotoplay.com. So that's YOTOPLAY.com.
All right, yotoplay.com. Sarah, it's been great chatting with you. Congrats on the success of Yoto to date, and I hope you have a great rest of your summer. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mark. It's been great to be here.
Hey, don't forget, we have another interview lined up for you. It's going to be with Sandisk. For full transparency, they are a partner of mine on Tech It Out, and they've got this awesome new product just in time for back to school called Sandisk Phone Drive USB-C. As the name suggests, it works with smartphones that have USB-C, now iPhone, for the past couple of years, as well as Android devices that will help you back up photos and videos and other content to free up storage on your phone. And if you can read between the lines, that means you don't have to pay for iCloud or any other kind of monthly subscription service for cloud storage, because you can have it all on a keychain sized USB drive. Love that idea. Or transfer them to a computer or external hard drive for safekeeping. So we're going to learn all about that when we return. Our guest will be Christina Garza. She's Director of Consumer Product Marketing at Sandisk. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. I also mentioned earlier in the show, I'm on social media. I love hearing from Tech It Out listeners. If you want to reach out to ask me a tech question, or you've got a suggestion for upcoming guest or topic, I'll spell my name in a moment, but I'm on all the major social media platforms like X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. It's Mark Saltzman, MarkSaltzman. Also, let me know where you're tuning into this show from. I always get a kick out of hearing what city or town you're in, and also how you're tuning in, if you're on your favorite local talk radio station, or if you subscribe to the podcast, and what platform you like the best, whether it's iHeartRadio or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audible, and so on. All right, when we return on Tech It Out, Sandisk, about a new pinky-sized drive for your phone. Stick with us, we'll be right back.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. One of my favorite tech companies, Sandisk, has just launched a new mobile storage solution, aptly named Sandisk Phone Drive with USB-C. To find out what it can do, who it's for, and how it works, we're joined on the line by Christina Garza, Director of Consumer Product Marketing at Sandisk. Welcome back to the show, Christina. Good to chat with you again.
Hi, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Great. Before we talk about this new drive, let's just take a step back and tell us a bit about Sandisk. The company is now separate from Western Digital. Is that right? Its parent company at one point.
Yes, that's correct. Sandisk has been the pioneer in flash memory. And for almost 40 years now, we've been trusted by professional photographers, professional video makers, business pros, and everyday consumers alike. We deliver a wide range of innovative, future-ready storage solutions for really every use case you can imagine across consumer storage needs. Our solutions are focused on delivering thoughtful and powerful products so that you can get your tasks done, whether that be daily or monthly, or if you're a professional using it every single minute of your day. We're really focused on delivering leading combination of speed, capacity, and data protection to make sure you get the very best solution for your storage needs.
And I'd also add reliability. That is so important. I've reviewed lots of flash storage solutions over the years, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And when it's your data, you can't mess around. So you've kind of already answered this, Christina. I was going to ask you why Sandisk, when there's so many other companies out there, whether it's your solid state drives or SSDs, your USB drives or thumb drives, as some people call them, micro SD cards. Why Sandisk?
Yeah, we really try and have focused on learning what consumers need so that we can respond with the right product to fit those needs. Our mission here at Sandisk is to enable people to create, experience, and really preserve more amazing things that really matter to them from a data perspective and a digital content perspective. Whether that's the right memory card for the camera you use, or a really robust USB portfolio with a variety of flash drives that you can choose what's right for you, all the way through a range of portable SSDs for every kind of use case. And we even deliver fun collaborations like with Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and other industry leaders within the consumer space, because we really want to make sure consumers are getting what's right for them and what makes them feel good at the end of the day.
Even the Smurfs.
Even the smart.
I saw a video on YouTube. I know the Nintendo flashcards for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. That's great. And yeah, some of your solutions for inside the console, like PS5 or Xbox. So all great stuff all around. So without further ado, let's now hear about the new SanDisk phone drive with USB-C. What's it all about?
Yeah, we're so excited about this because when I look back at just a few years ago, technology and storage tools, they always felt like they were for pros or for tech gurus or required a little bit more technical know-how. And what we're so excited about with these new SanDisk phone drive with USB-C is that it's for everyone. And we've really focused on making it simple, easy for anyone to use, that concept of it just works. And, with the addition of USB-C ports on iPhones and Android phones, I think it's been around a little bit longer on Android phones, but the addition on iPhones has really opened up a whole new world for every phone owner out there. Cameras are capturing incredible photos and video, higher resolution, 4K video, and all of this means larger file sizes. And you fill up your phone so quickly with everything you want to capture every single moment, even the bad ones. And you don't want to spend too much time deleting, but you do have this constant worry of what if my phone fills up? Do I have to spend more on iCloud? Is that the only way? And what we're really trying to deliver with this product is another way to complement what you may do today, but give you another way of preserving your content on your phone, whether it be backing up your photos and videos. You can even back up your contacts because you just never know what's going to happen. And peace of mind really goes a long way, especially with that device you carry with you everywhere, every day.
So you've touched on two interesting trends here. One is that Apple is smart and they know that you're going to run out of storage. So you think you have to pay for more iCloud storage per month to hold all those photos and videos as a backup solution. It's smart because when you buy an iPhone, it's limited in how much local storage there is and you can't expand it. And Android has followed suit too with the inability to add more storage with a micro SD card. But you figured out a solution there, which we're going to get to. And then the second trend is that I think when people think of USB drives and all that, they think of computers. But we're increasingly becoming a mobile society where a lot of the computing that we're doing is on our phone or maybe a tablet and not just a laptop or desktop. Maybe for the work world, sure, but we're increasingly using our mobile devices. And so you've also changed with the times. Your USB solution, as the name suggests, USB-C, fits all modern iPhones and Android devices. So can you walk us through how it works? It looks like a thumb drive, but it snaps into the bottom of your smartphone?
Exactly. It looks like a thumb drive, same concept as flash drive, which is why we call it phone drive, to be honest with you, is that we don't want to imply that it's really different than how people are used to using flash drives with their computer. But as you said, your phone has become your computer in many cases. And so now with a SanDisk phone drive, it's small, it's portable, it has a keyring holder so you can snap it onto your keychain. It's got a really great slider so that you can protect the connector. If you're not using it, you can just slide it away so that it stays intact. So it's really simple to take with you everywhere. But whether you're trying to move content or you're trying to back up content, we're doing it all through the SanDisk Memory Zone app. That's truly the backbone of this product. We build hardware. We've been famous for our hardware. And now our software is really coming into play to deliver that incredible experience that, again, is very simple. You plug it into your phone, it pops open the SanDisk app, and it automatically will back up if that's what you set up.
Love it. More with Christina Garza from SanDisk when we return on Tech It Out. Stay with us.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We are chatting with Christina Garza, Director of Consumer Product Marketing at SanDisk. We're learning all about the aptly named SanDisk phone drive with USB-C. No more lightning connectors at the bottom of the iPhone. It's all one standard universal port, USB-C, so this drive works with all modern smartphones. And let's say you do want to transfer a bunch of photos or videos following a vacation onto your laptop. You can then unplug the drive and then also plug it into a USB-C port on the side of your laptop.
Yes, you can simply unplug from your phone, plug into the USB-C port on your computer, access it like a normal drive, and move content however you need to.
And it does work with tablets too, right? Like iPads and Android tablets.
It will. And I know on iPad, it'll recognize it as a normal external drive. You can use the SanDisk Memory Zone app on a tablet today, but it will only show up in mobile mode. We're working through updates for better tablet experience. Current state is it'll show up on mobile mode, but if you don't want to use the app on a tablet, it'll show up as an external drive really easily in your files.
Would you say this drive is primarily for content creators? Those who are shooting video, maybe they're podcasters or streamers or, TikTokers, that kind of thing, or really for anyone who wants to back up. And again, it's not just media like photos and videos, but as you said, your contacts as well.
It's a truly made for everyone solution, whether you're taking a lot of family photos of your children or a family reunion, or if you are a content creator, this is a perfect tool so that you can easily back up all your content, move it to your laptop to do editing, upload from there. It's a tool for everyone. Content creators definitely are the core content generators. And so there's a capacity need. This product will really enable them to do quick backup, but really this is finally a tool for everyone who has an iPhone or an Android with Type-C to do what they need to do with their phone, to preserve their content, to do backups, to move files without the hassle of only having the cloud as an option.
So you first download the app, you simply do a search for the word SanDisk, then you insert the drive and it'll scan your phone for your photos?
With the SanDisk Memory Zone app, once it's downloaded, you plug in the drive, it'll launch the app, and it'll walk you through setup. You can name your drive. It'll show you the name of your phone. It'll show you how much capacity you have remaining on your phone. And then you can walk through a setup to select whether you want automatic backup turned on. And in that case, it'll run, if you choose yes, it'll run your first backup. It'll give you an indicator bar that says how much more time you have left in your backup, how many images, videos, and files it's actually backing up. And once that's set up from an auto backup perspective, from that point forward, every time you plug the drive in, it'll auto launch the app and begin the auto backup for anything that's new. If you don't want auto backup, no problem. Leave that toggle to the left. And then you can manually move content. You can manually go and select files, photos, videos that you'd like to move, either copy them from your phone to the drive or literally move them from the phone to the drive to free up more space. So there's a lot of different ways that you can manage your content through this easy to use app.
Cool. Yeah, I was going to ask you if it does that complete backup every time, but it only looks for what's new or changed, probably.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this would be, I think, a good back to school gift for a student heading back to the classroom.
Absolutely. Who better to back up their phone than students that are out capturing a ton of content every day with their friends? It's a very cool tool for your kids to have on their backpack or on their keychain for back to school.
Great. It's called the SanDisk Memory Zone app. It's a free download. How much does the drive itself start at? And I guess there are different capacities you can choose from.
There are. We start with the 64 gig capacity and we go up to 1 terabyte of capacity. So it's incredible. That's a full backup of a 1 terabyte phone. So you can double your capacity with a 1 terabyte drive for a one-time fee of $145.99. The price starts with the 64 gig at $36.99. So it ranges from $36.99 up to $145.99 with the 1 terabyte. It starts with 64, goes up to 128, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte offering. So really want to give people a choice. And also, we offer it in multiple colors so that it fits your style as well.
Sandisk.com has more, or you can look for the SanDisk phone drive with USB-C at your favorite tech retailer. Christina, great to chat with you, as always. Thank you so much for carving out some time to talk.
Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate you having me.
And thank you again to SanDisk for being such an awesome partner on Tech It Out, as well as Visa. There could be no half measures when it comes to protecting your financial information. So be sure to check out visa.com/security for some great shopping tips and keeping your information safe. And that includes for businesses too, who also don't want to be a victim of fraud either, of course. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tech It Out, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the program. And I look forward to catching up with you next weekend for another brand new episode of Tech It Out from Cologne, Germany. Looking forward to it. Be well. Ciao for now.